The Senate Committee on Government Affairs will come to order. Madam Secretary, please call the roll.
Senator Daley? Here. Senator Ellison? Senator Krasner?
Here. Here.
Here.
Rogich? Chair Flores?
Present. Please let the record reflect all members are present. We have a quorum. Good afternoon to everybody to our very voluminous work session agenda for today. We will not be hearing any bills. Please know that we may not take the agenda in order. In addition to that, we do have a consent agenda that we hope to move forward so that in the interest of time, we can kind of pass them all in one big motion. In addition to that, members, there will be at least one bill that I will walk through an amendment for you on. Just want to put everybody on notice. And with that, we'll hand it over to our analyst to go through the consent agenda. Mr. Jan Stindesbeck, please.
For the record, Jan Stindesbeck with the Research Division as nonpartisan staff. I cannot advocate for or against any measure comes before the committee. With that being said, it is my understanding that the following bills have no amendments before them and that will be on the consent calendar. The first measure is Assembly Bill 1, which voids certain regulations relating to the development and disposal of land in the Fort Mojave Valley. AB 8 revises provisions relating to state financial administration. AB 14 revises provisions relating to certain public officers. AB 37 revises provisions relating to housing. AB 41 revised provisions relating to the state militia. AB 45 revised provisions relating to certain public bodies. AB 57 revised provisions relating to the Nevada Intrastate Mutual Aid System. AB 72 revised provisions relating to notaries public and document preparation services. AB 98 creates a day of observance for labor leader Dolores Huerta. AB 114 revised provisions relating to county fair and recreation boards. AB 125 revised provisions relating to public bodies. AB 197 enacts provisions strengthening certain protections for certain activities under the First Amendment. AB 280, which makes changes to the computation of credit for service for certain members of the public employee retirement system. AB 281 provides provisions relating to the state militia. AB 325 provides provisions relating to artificial intelligence. AB 333 provides provisions relating to governmental administration. AB 347 provides provisions relating to state financial administration. AB 365 eliminates provisions requiring the University of Nevada, Reno School of Medicine to establish a program relating to the medical use of cannabis. AB 422 revised provisions relating to the Civil Air Patrol. AB 507 revised provisions relating to state financial administration. AB 509 revised provisions relating to the access of public rights of way by broadband providers. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you. And members, I do appreciate everybody working with me to allow for us to have a consent agenda to be able to move all these bills in a single motion. I appreciate everybody's help with that. At this time, I'd like to entertain a motion to do pass the consent agenda as indicated by our policy analyst.
So moved.
Vice Chair Orenshaw has made the motion to do pass all items indicated by our policy analyst on the consent agenda. Senator Daley has seconded that motion. Members, any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those against say nay. Motion carries unanimously. Please let the record reflect that Assembly Bill 1, we will have Senator Orenshaw do the floor statement. Assembly Bill 8, Senator Rogich will do the floor statement. Assembly Bill 14, Senator Neal will do the floor statement. Assembly Bill 37, Senator Ellison will do the floor statement. Assembly Bill 41, Senator Krasner will do the floor statement. Assembly Bill 45, Senator Orenshaw will do the floor statement. Assembly Bill 57, Senator Rogich will do the floor statement. Assembly Bill 72, Senator Neal will do the floor statement. Assembly Bill 98, Senator Krasner will do the floor statement. Assembly Bill 114, Senator Daley will do the floor statement. Assembly Bill 125, Senator Daley will do the floor statement. Assembly Bill 197, Senator Orenshaw will do the floor statement. Assembly Bill 232, Senator Neal will do the floor statement. Assembly Bill 281, Senator Krasner will do the floor statement. Assembly Bill 325, Senator Rogich will do the floor statement. Assembly Bill 333, Senator Daley will do the floor statement. Assembly Bill 347, Senator Neal will do the floor statement. Assembly Bill 365, Senator Ellison will do the floor statement. Assembly Bill 422, Senator Orenshaw will do the floor statement. Assembly Bill 507, Senator Krasner will do the floor statement. Assembly Bill 509, Senator Neal will do the floor statement. And with that, we are done with our consent agenda. Thank you again, members. Really appreciate everybody working with us on that. Next, we have items that were not to be considered in the consent agenda either because there were amendments and/or concerns that were raised during the hearing. And to ensure that we adequately capture everybody's nay or opposition concerns that they may have, we wanted to make sure that we work session these items individually. The first item we have is Assembly Bill 10.
For the record, Captioning, Special Resources Division of the LCB. Assembly Bill 10 was heard in this committee on May 15 and adds the improvement of water or sewer system owned by a common interest community to the definition of a neighborhood improvement project and excludes this type of project from certain provisions that apply to other neighborhood improvement projects. It also established that such a project will not be stayed, defeated, or prevented by written complaints, protests, or objections unless deemed so by the governing body of a county, city, or town. And there were no amendments for this measure. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you. At this time, I'd like to entertain a motion to do pass Assembly Bill 10.
So moved.
Vice Chair Orenshaw has made the motion to do pass Assembly Bill 10. Do I have a second? Senator Daley has seconded that motion. Members, any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those against say nay. Motion carries unanimously. And I would ask Senator Daley if you could please do that floor statement. Senator Daley will do the floor statement in Assembly Bill 10. Next on the work session document is Assembly Bill 15.
Assembly Bill 15 was heard in this committee on April 30th. It expands the authority of the Attorney General acting through the Medicaid Fraud Control Unit to issue a subpoena to compel a person to appear, be examined, and answer written questions, all while under oath. There was one amendment proposed by the Deputy Public Defender of Clark County Public Defender's Office, along with the Deputy Public Defender of the Washington County Public Defender's Office. That amendment is attached to the work session document, and it prohibits the AG from using any documents, records, materials, testimony, or answers pursuant to a subpoena issued under Section 1 of the bill in a criminal case. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you. Members, at this time, I'd like to entertain a motion to amend and do pass Assembly Bill 15.
So moved.
Vice Chair Orenshaw has made the motion to amend and do pass Assembly Bill 15. Do I have a second?
Second.
Senator Daley has seconded that motion. Members, any discussion on the motion? Seeing none, all those in... I'm sorry, I thought there was a question. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those against say nay. If the nays could please raise their hands. Please let the record reflect. We have 2 nays, Senator Ellison and Senator Krasner. The rest are ayes. Motion carries. And if I could please have Senator Rogich do that floor statement. Senator Rogich will do the floor statement on Assembly Bill 15. Next on the work session document is Assembly Bill 28.
Assembly Bill 28 was heard in this committee on May 5th. It extends the RTC of Southern Nevada's deadline to recommend an additional sales and use tax rate for funding of certain transportation projects to the Clark County Commission from December 31st of 2024 to December 31st of 2028. If an additional tax rate is recommended, a ballot question seeking approval of the additional rate must go to voters in the general election before a new deadline. There were no amendments proposed to this measure. Thank you, Chair.
And thank you. Members, at this time, I'd like to entertain a motion to do pass Assembly Bill 28.
So moved.
Vice Chair Orenshaw has made the motion to do pass Assembly Bill 28. Do we have a second?
Second.
Senator Daley has seconded that motion. Members, any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those against say nay. Motion carries unanimously. And if we could ask Senator Krasner to please carry the floor statement on Assembly Bill 28. Next on the work session document is Assembly Bill 43. And I'll do my thing.
For the record, Captioning, Special Resources Division, Assembly Bill 43 was heard on this committee on May 15th. It established a permanent program to gather data on the use of job order contracts and authorize certain public bodies to award job order contracts for certain public works. At the time of the printing of this work session document, there were no amendments proposed to this measure. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you, members. I have had an opportunity to work specifically on this particular bill, and I do have an amendment that I want to put on the record, and I want to put the intent on the record. The amendment would be that it requires that to qualify for a job order contract, a contractor must demonstrate that he or she has the financial ability to provide any necessary labor, materials, or equipment, has the ability to obtain the necessary bonding, has access to a qualified workforce to perform the necessary work, is eligible to hire apprentices enrolled in the apprenticeship program that is registered and approved by the State Apprenticeship Council, operates a worker safety program that includes a drug testing, and has to agree to certain workforce requirements to ensure safety, efficiency, and quality. Furthermore, the workforce requirement described in subsection 6, R1, the contractor and all subcontractors have to pay the appropriate prevailing wage for classes of workers except for apprentices and maintain the appropriate payroll record unless the project in the job order contract is subject to a project labor agreement. All work on the project must have at least 3 years of applicable experience except for apprentices. And 3, at least 51% of the workers must be graduates of an apprenticeship program registered and approved by the State Apprenticeship Council. And lastly, the requirement described in sub 1 must include in bid specifications and advertisement for the job order contract. At this time, I'd like to, Senator Daley?
Thank you, Mr. Chair. If I can make a couple of comments on
Please.
the amendment. I spoke to you once earlier. So in the second paragraph where it says must have at least 3 years of applicable experience, if you could incorporate in there, or have graduated from an apprenticeship program. Not all programs are 3 years. I know Labor's North and South are 2-year programs, so we wouldn't want someone to graduate from their apprenticeship and then, nope, you can't work on this job anymore. And then in the second part, number 3, the third one where you said at least 51% of the workers must be graduates in an apprenticeship program, if you would consider have them being graduates or actual apprentices. To get to that 51%, they have to use the apprentice utilization, as I understand it anyway. But you're hitting the same thing on the 51%, either an apprentice or a graduate.
And thank you, Senator Daley. And we did go over that, and it was my mistake to not include both of those requests. And so it is my intent, for the record to be clear, that we included those 2 amendments as indicated by Senator Daley. At this time, I'd like to entertain a motion. Senator Neal, please.
Did you say that a PLA will be included?
Yes, and Senator, I want to make sure that you have the language in front of you.
Yeah, but these are smaller projects. How does that work?
And Senator, I apologize.
Are you talking about the same bill?
Yes, but I don't think you're looking at the amendment, so I want to make sure that you have that in your hand. I'm going to email it to you now.
Yeah.
I don't think you have it. Thank you, Senator, and we do appreciate your concerns that were raised previously. Members, any additional comments? At this time, I'd like to entertain a motion to amend and do pass.
Do you have a copy?
You should have it in your email, Senator. At this time, I'd like to entertain a motion to amend and do pass Assembly Bill 43.
So moved.
Vice Chair Orenshaw has made the motion to amend and do pass Assembly Bill 43 with my amendment and Senator Daley's amendment. Do I have a second?
Second.
Senator Daley has seconded that motion. Members, any discussion on the motion? Senator Neal, please.
Thank you, Chair. So I am a no on this bill. To me, it should remain a pilot program until certain pieces are worked out. Clearly, you're amending it, but I'm a no on this measure.
Thank you, Senator Neal. Members, any additional discussion on the motion? Seeing none, all those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those against say nay. If the nays could please raise their hands. Okay, please let the record reflect Senator Rogage and Senator Neal are nays. Motion carries. and I will do the floor statement. Senator Ellison, just for the record, clarity, I believe you were in support, correct? Yes. Okay, thank you. I will do the floor statement on Assembly Bill 43. And once again, just for the clarity, both Senator Rogich and Senator Neal were nays. Next on the work session document is Assembly Bill 82.
For the record, Young States Legal Resource Division, Assembly Bill 82 was heard in this committee on April 30th. It requires the governor to annually proclaim certain days in the state of Nevada. Assembly Member Da Silva proposed an amendment that adds Senator Neal and Assembly Members Cole, Edgeworth, Kasama, and Koenig as co-sponsors. Thank you, Chair.
And thank you. Members, at this time, I'd like to entertain a motion to amend and do pass Assembly Bill 82.
So moved.
Senator Orenshaw has made the motion to amend and do pass. Senator Neal has seconded that motion. Members, any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those against say nay. Senator Krasner, please let the record reflect Senator Krasner's a nay. All other members are ayes. Motion carries. And if I could please ask Senator Neal to do the floor statement. Senator Neal will enthusiastically do that floor statement. Next on the work session document is Assembly Bill 83.
Assembly Bill 83 was heard in this committee April 28th. It requires the governor to annually proclaim October 25th as to be the Larry Itliong Day in the state of Nevada. The proclamation must call upon various entities to bring attention to Larry Itliong's contributions to the state and the country. There was one amendment proposed to this measure by Assemblymember Mosca to remove Assemblymember Kasama as a co-sponsor. Thank you, Chair.
And thank you. At this time, I'd like to entertain a motion to amend and do pass Assembly Bill 83.
So moved.
Senator Orenshaw has made the motion to amend and do pass Assembly Bill 83. Do I have a second? Second. Senator Daly has seconded that motion. Members, any discussion? All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those against say nay. If the nays could please raise their hands. Senator Ellison and Senator Krasner are both nays. The motion carries. And if I could have, and I'll do the floor statement myself on Assembly Bill 83. Next on the work session document is Assembly Bill 103.
Assembly Bill 103 was heard in this committee on May 14th. It makes multiple changes relating to housing authorities. There were no amendments proposed to this bill. Thank you.
Thank you. Members, at this time, I'd like to entertain a motion to do pass Assembly Bill 103.
So moved.
Vice Chair Orenshaw has made the motion to do pass Assembly Bill 103. Do I have a second?
Second.
Senator Daly has seconded that motion. Members, any discussion on the motion? All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those against say nay. Nay. If the nays could please raise their hands. Please let the record reflect Senator Ellison, Senator Krasner, and Senator Neal are nays. Motion carries. And if we could please have Senator Rogich do the floor statement on Assembly Bill 103. Next on the work session document is Assembly Bill 144.
Assembly Bill 144 was heard in this committee on April 28th. It establishes the second Monday in October as Indigenous People Day and requires the governor to annually issue a proclamation encouraging the observance of the day. The bill also outlines certain requirements for the proclamation. There are no amendments to this measure. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you. Members, at this time, I'd like to entertain a motion to do pass Assembly Bill 144.
So moved.
Senator Orenshaw has made the motion to do pass Assembly Bill 144. Do I have a second? Senator Neal has seconded that motion. Members, any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those against say nay. If the nays could please raise their hands. Please let the record reflect Senator Ellison and Senator Krasner are nays. Motion carries. And I will do the floor statement myself on Assembly Bill 144. Next on the work session document is Assembly Bill 155.
Assembly Bill 155 was heard in this committee on May 14th. It revises the scope of mandatory subjects of bargaining to include the ratio of pupils per licensed teacher in each classroom and a ratio of pupils per each type of specialized instructional support personnel in public schools. It also provides an exception to the requirement that the Board of Trustees of each school district consider certain recommendations when establishing such ratios if the school district is bound by a ratio set by collective bargaining agreement. And there were no proposed amendments to this measure. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you. At this time, I'd like to entertain a motion to do pass Assembly Bill 155.
So moved.
Senator Orenshaw has made the motion to do pass Assembly Bill 155. Do I have a second? Senator Daly has seconded that motion. Members, any discussion on the motion? All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those against say nay. If the nays could please raise their hands. Please let the record reflect Senator Ellison and Senator Krasner are nays. Motion carries. And if I could please have Senator Neal do the floor statement on Assembly Bill 155. Thank you. Next on the work session document is Assembly Bill 211.
Assembly Bill 211 was heard in this committee May 7th. It authorizes the city or county to require a property owner to repair, rehabilitate, or abate certain habitability and safety conditions on resident property under certain circumstances. During the hearing, I believe there was an amendment proposed. After the hearing, Assemblymember Considine proposed the attached amendment with consensus of Clark County. Thank you, Chair.
And thank you. Members, at this time, I'd like to entertain a motion to amend and do pass Assembly Bill 211.
So moved.
Senator Orenshaw has made the motion to amend and do pass Assembly Bill 211. Do I have a second? Senator Neal has seconded that motion. Members, any discussion? Senator Rogich, please.
Thank you, Chair. I'm going to vote yes to get it out of committee, but reserve my right to change the vote on the floor.
Thank you, Senator. Senator Rogich will reserve her right. Senator Krasner, please.
Thank you, Chair. I'm going to vote yes to get it out of committee, but reserve my right to change prior to floor also. Thank you.
And thank you. Members, any additional discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those against say nay. If the nays could please raise their hands. Please let the record reflect Senator Ellison is a nay. All other members are ayes. Motion carries. And if I could please have Senator Daly do the floor statement. Senator Daly will do the floor statement on Assembly Bill 211. Next on the work session document is Assembly Bill 213.
Assembly Bill 213 was heard in this committee on May 7th. It provides that workers who perform custom fabrication on public work or for certain government performance contracts must be paid the prevailing wage. There was one amendment proposed by Assemblymember Monroe Moreno. It clarifies workers performing custom fabrication for Nevada Public Work are considered employed on the public work regardless of the location where the worker performs custom fabrication. That is attached to the work session document as well. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you. I'd like to entertain a motion to amend and do pass Assembly Bill 213.
So moved.
Vice Chair Orenshaw has made the motion to amend and do pass Assembly Bill 213. Do I have a second? Senator Daly has seconded that motion. Members, any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those against say nay. If the nays could please raise their hands. Please let the record reflect Senator Rogich, Senator Ellison, and Senator Krasner are nays. Motion carries. And if we could please ask Senator Neal to do the floor statement on Assembly Bill 213. Next on the work session document is Assembly Bill 235.
On the driver's license or identification card. There were no amendments proposed to this bill. Thank you, Chair.
And thank you. At this time, I'd like to entertain a motion to do pass Assembly Bill 235.
So moved.
Vice Chair Orenshaw has made the motion to do pass Assembly Bill 235. Do I have a second? Senator Daley has enthusiastically seconded that motion. Members, any discussion?
I'm gonna vote for it and reserve my.
Senator Neal will be reserving her right. Members, any additional discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those against say nay. The nays could raise their hands. Please let the record reflect Senator Krasner and Senator Ellison are nays. Motion carries. Next on the the floor statement for Assembly Bill 235, if we could please have Senator Orenshaw do the floor statement. Senator Orenshaw will do the floor statement on Assembly Bill 235. Next on the work session document is Assembly Bill 269.
Assembly Bill 269 was heard in this committee on May 9th. It makes several changes to the eligibility for the student loan repayment for providers of healthcare in underserved communities program. Assemblymember De Silva proposed an amendment after hearing that adds occupational therapists to the list of eligible healthcare providers and removes or a census tract that is directly adjacent there throughout Section 6. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you. Members, at this time, I'd like to entertain a motion to amend and do pass Assembly Bill 269.
So moved.
Vice Chair Orenshaw has made the motion, to amend and do pass Assembly Bill 269. Senator Daley has seconded that motion. Members, any discussion on the motion? Seeing none, all those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those against say nay. Motion carries unanimously. And if I could please have Senator Krasner do the floor statement on Assembly Bill 269. Next on the work session document is Assembly Bill 278.
Assembly Bill 278 was heard in this committee on May 9th and designates the month of July of each year as Muslim American Heritage Month in the state of Nevada and requires the governor to annually issue a proclamation encouraging its observance. The proclamation may include calling upon certain parties to bring attention to the important contribution Muslim Americans have made to Nevada and the United States. No amendments are proposed for this measure. Thank you, Chair.
And thank you. At this time, I'd like to entertain a motion to do pass Assembly Bill 278.
So moved.
Vice Chair Orenshaw has made the motion to do pass Assembly Bill 278. Senator Neal has seconded that motion. Members, any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those against say nay. If the nays could please raise their hands. Please let the record reflect Senator Krasner, Senator Rogich, and Senator Ellison are nays. Motion carries. And if I could please have Senator Neal do the floor statement. Senator Neal will do the floor statement on Assembly Bill 278. Next on the work session document is Assembly Bill 301.
Assembly Bill 301 was heard in this committee on May 9th and increases the compensation that each member of a general improvement district board may receive if the board is granted certain powers relating to acquiring sanitary sewer improvements, collecting and disposing of garbage, and supplying, storing, and distributing water for private and public purposes. Specifically, authorized compensation is increased from not more than $9,000 per year to not more than $14,500 per year. Assemblymember Golding proposed an amendment to add Assemblymember Little Hatch as a co-sponsor. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you. At this time, I'd like to entertain a motion to amend and do pass Assembly Bill 301.
So moved.
Senator Orenshaw has made the motion to amend and do pass Assembly Bill 301. Do I have a second? Senator Neal has seconded that motion. Members, any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those against say nay. If the nays could please raise their hands. Please let the record reflect that Senator Rogich is a nay. Motion carries. And I will ask Senator Krasner if you could please do the floor statement on Assembly Bill 301. Members, we're going to skip Assembly Bill 303. Next, we'll go to Assembly Bill 342.
Assembly Bill 342 was heard in this committee on April 28th and designates the month of March of each year as Women Veterans History Month in Nevada and requires the governor to annually issue a proclamation encouraging its observance. There were no amendments proposed to this measure. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you. At this time, I'd like to entertain a motion to do pass Assembly Bill 342.
So moved.
Vice Chair Orenshaw has made the motion to do pass Assembly Bill 342. Do we have a second? Senator Daly has seconded that motion. Members, any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those against say nay. Motion carries unanimously. And if we could please have Senator Neal do the floor statement on Assembly Bill 342. Next on the work session document is Assembly Bill 396.
Assembly Bill 396 was heard in this committee on May 14th. It requires each governing body of a county whose population is 100,000 or more, and each governing body of a city whose population is 600,000 or more to adopt an ordinance authorize the owner of a residential property to apply to add an accessory dwelling unit to the property. Assemblymember Back has proposed the attached amendment after the hearing. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you. At this time, I'd like to entertain a motion to amend and do pass Assembly Bill 396.
So moved.
Vice Chair Orenshaw has made the motion to amend and do pass Assembly Bill 396. Do I have a second? Senator Neal has seconded that motion. Members, any discussion on the motion? Seeing none, all those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those against say nay. If the nays could raise their hands, please. Please let the record reflect Senator Krasner and Senator Ellison are nays. Is that correct, Senator Ellison? Please let the record reflect that Senator Krasner and Senator Ellison are nays. Motion carries. And we will have the floor statement done by Senator Daly. Next on the work session document is Assembly Bill 418.
Assembly Bill 418 was heard in this committee on May 15th. It requires each governing body of a county or incorporated city to adopt an ordinance requiring, with certain exceptions, the owner or operator of a kennel, animal rescue organization that handles pets, or commercial establishment engaged in the business of handling pets to complete a training course on handling pets. This course will be prescribed by the governing body. The bill further requires the ordinance to prescribe the manner in which such entities must complete the required training or course and renew it biannually. Finally, the measure outlines entities that are exempt from the ordinance. Assemblyman Hibbets proposed an amendment to provide the ordinance adopted by a Board of County Commissioners or City Council or governing body of a city do not apply to veterinary staff operating under the supervision of a veterinarian. Thank you, Chair.
And thank you. At this time, I'd like to entertain a motion to amend and do pass Assembly Bill 418.
So moved.
Senator Orenshaw has made the motion to amend and do pass Assembly Bill 418. Do we have a second? Senator Daly has seconded that motion. Members, any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those against say nay. Motion carries unanimously. And if I could please have the floor statement done by Senator Krasner. And that is the conclusion of our work session.
Chairman?
Yeah. Your microphone is off, Senator.
I would like to make sure that I reserve my rights. I'll get with you before. One, 2 meetings, I got something up at the office, so I'm gonna make them changes, and I'll get back with you like 103 and some of these other ones that, so I'd like to reserve my rights on until I make all the changes.
Thank you. And I appreciate that. And members, as you all know, we understand that sometimes between now and the floor is a very long time, and there may be an amendment that we caught a little bit differently or stakeholders may have brought up an issue. I do appreciate the heads up, and I do ask that if we do change our vote, that you let us know, just so that we don't put a bill intentionally on the floor just to die. So thank you all. And next on our agenda is public comment. Is there anybody wishing to join us for public comment, either in Carson City or Las Vegas? Seeing none, we'll go to the phone lines. Anybody wishing to join us over the phone for public comment?
Chair, your public line is open and working, but you have no callers at this time.
Thank you. I wanted to very quickly say thank you to our amazing, hardworking staff. We had about 40,000 different changes in the last 15 minutes, and they accommodated us the entire process. I just wanted to say thank you. We would not be able to do anything without them. I'm incredibly grateful to have such an amazing team alongside of me. And before we adjourn, I think Senator Neal was gonna do a special presentation of a bill? No? I thought we wanted to make things exciting. All right, fair enough. And in the interest of time, I want to make sure that we will adjourn. We will not recess. Thank you all for all the work. This meeting's adjourned.